What is up, guys? It is me, your girl Shant'e, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then welcome to the channel. If you aren't new, scratch that, welcome back. I'm really excited, y'all. This is a chit chat, get ready with me girl talk. So I got real passionate about a couple of these topics, so I hope you guys are ready for this. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Make sure you leave a comment down below any topics that you would like me to talk about, because I'm open to any and everything but negativity. But I love you guys, and enough rambling. Let's just get into this talk. No, I'm just kidding. We're about to get started. So the main topic that I have been receiving in my DMs, on my comments, everything is, how did I know YouTube was for me? I'm gonna go into details about this because honestly, I'm 25. Oh my God, I am old. I'm 25 with a 1-year-old. Jesus, give me a second, y'all. Okay. So I'm 25. I found myself when I was 22. No, I lied. Yeah, about 22. Yeah, 22. So when I was young, I was always on YouTube. Like once I got my phone, baby, oh. YouTube was my bestie and still is. So I will always tell myself, like, that's gonna be me. Like, I'm gonna be that girl that people watch one day. Like, I'm gonna be that girl. But it wasn't just about YouTube. It was about being authentic to YouTube. Because I feel like a lot of people, and this is just me, you know what I'm saying? This is just me talking to y'all. And I know a lot of YouTubers that, my favorite YouTubers that I watch, say the same thing. They don't bring, like, reality to YouTube. Like, they give this image of they give this image that makes people put this standard on YouTube. Like, they have to have this, they have to do this, you have to have a top-notch camera, you have to have the background, you have to have this, and that's really not what it is. Like, when I first started, that's how I was. And when I was sitting down really rebranding myself, and I started thinking, I was like, Shant'e, do you know what I'm saying? Like, do you're gonna do, and I tell people this all the time, do you. Like, I give this bread example all the time. There is a ton of bread companies, but everybody has their preference of which brand they want, you know what I'm saying? So they're all doing the same thing, they're all bread, but they're just different brands. But people have their preference. I might want John Durst, I might want what is it, Sunbeam, I might want this, I might want that. You just never, you know what I'm saying? Don't think just because a whole bunch of people doing it, if you don't do it like them, then you're not gonna get seen. Because that's not how that goes. When you're you, I'm finna speak spiritually. When God gives you something, because that's exactly how I found out my purpose. When God gave me this vision, like vividly being able to see it in everything, every tool that I had, when he told me this is for you, when he gave the people around me to confirm what he had showed me, that's when I knew, like, oh, this is, like, this the big one. Like, God just wanted me to show up so he could show out. You see what I'm saying? So that's how I end up finding my purpose. Honestly, I can't give you, like, okay, I can give you the mental state, but I can also give you the spiritual state. Like, mentally, this was something that I was passionate about. Like, I can get in front of a camera, I can just literally genuinely do a whole tape without mistakes. And I get on camera and I just feel like I don't know, I can't explain the feeling that I have when I get on here and literally talk to y'all. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's just natural, I guess. So really, it's whatever you're naturally great at, whatever you can see, what's the word I'm looking for, a result, I guess. Like, because a lot of people, I heard this and this is true, a lot of people are influencers but they don't have any influence, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people can have these numbers, but they probably don't influence not 1% in that number that they have. So it's really like, I feel like I influence a lot of people and I have low numbers, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really, I got out of my state of looking at my numbers, because when I'm on camera and I look at my numbers versus when I'm in public, or versus when I'm in my comments, versus when I'm in my DMs, like, I'm flooded, you know what I'm saying? But people don't see that because they look at my numbers instead of actually what I'm saying or what I'm doing for people, like in real life. So it's really all about you. Like, don't allow what you see on social media, because a lot of people say this, but it's true. Like, them people don't show y'all what they doing for real. Like, they don't show y'all they fails. They don't show y'all the trial and errors they went through. They just show y'all the result of what they, like, what they did. You know what I'm saying? So me being me, I feel like I'm gonna bring my failures, my everything, so you guys can see, like, and this is me starting off with a small number, so it's more realistic. Like, a lot of people will tell you, oh, how did I get here in this amount of time? And it's just like, dang, like, you already at 1 million. Like, I want to see somebody who where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? It's more relatable. But finding your purpose, let me get back to that, because y'all know I get to rambling real quick. But finding your purpose, honestly, for me, mentally, it's just something in the mental form. It's something that you just can see the results, like something that you wake up and just be like, I want to do this so bad. Me, I'm multi-talented, but I know for the simple fact, this is something that I know I'm gonna influence a lot of people on. I don't see myself as like a YouTuber influencer. I feel like I'm an influencer in general, like just in general. That's why I life coach as well. Like, I don't just do YouTube, like I life coach as well. I mentor 2 girls younger than me who actually look up to me doing the stuff that I do. And it's so crazy because girls are like, little girls will literally randomly meet me and then they'll just attach themselves to me just like that. So it's stuff like that. It be like, ask God. And this is just me. Like, I know a lot of people probably, you know, I don't know your preference of, you know, who you serve. But me, yeah, the man upstairs is who we do. He do it every time for me. So it's just, if that's who you know what I'm saying, if that's who you talk to, if you talk to God, if you are on the same level I'm on, then ask God to surround you around those people. You know, seek him first, and then, you know, have him, because one thing about it, God don't mind confirming something for you, okay? That's just that. Like, you can ask him a million times, because I asked God 7,692 times where I'm supposed to be at, you know what I'm saying? And he showed me every time. But spiritually, it's just, like, mentally, it's something that you can see yourself doing for a long time, and it's something you're passionate about, something don't do your passion. Like me, I don't do my passion, I do my purpose, because I feel like YouTube is just a personal platform for me where I can just authentically be myself. But I think life coaching is really like my purpose, like being able to bring out, my slogan is to bring out who is already inside of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, drawing out what you scared to do. Like, I'm bringing that beast about you. That's just what I do. You know what I'm saying? So, but as far as spiritually, I'm multi-talented. Like, I was watching Mike Todd this morning, and he was talking about how he was multi-talented because he produced music and stuff like that, but he had to be obedient for what God was calling him for in that season. And I feel like I'm gonna be very far, but in this season I definitely think that I'm gonna start off with YouTube, because if you're like me and you can do all types of stuff like hair, makeup, lashes, all of this, you're trying to figure out which one should I take. You have to sit down and ask God, like, which role do you want me to take in this season? He's not gonna stop you from doing everything you can do, but it's certain things that he wants you to do in this season. I need you to be fruitful for this season. Like, I need you to be obedient for this season. But that's how I ended up finding out my purpose. Like, I was literally sitting down. Okay, let me tell y'all a little backstory. Basically, for a long time I wanted to do YouTube, and I felt like I don't know, I had the money to do everything, but I was just playing around. Like, I don't know why. Like, I was just playing around. I literally could have went and bought everything that I needed, y'all. First of all, I went and I bought the background. If you go to my very first YouTube video, you would see the flower wall that I had. I went and I bought that, and I uploaded my hair review video. I haven't did a hair review in a minute. I think I'm gonna bring those back, but I did a hair review, and then I stopped, because I felt like, okay, nobody watched this video. I'm not gonna be sitting up on this camera, ain't nobody watching me. Like, this is so dumb. Like, this is the dumbest thing to do. Like, I'm not gonna keep sitting here investing in this. And I had to sit and talk to myself and was like, girl, this not gonna happen overnight. Like, that's not how that works. Like, you really have to be consistent. Like, you really have to invest in this. So I just sat down and I told myself, okay, you're gonna have to discipline yourself. Like, you're gonna have to really discipline yourself. If this is what you want to do, you need to start buckling down and actually doing it, like posting the videos. You don't have a camera right now, but get your behind on there and start doing it. So time progressed. I think God was just dealing with me on a personal level about a lot of stuff that I had to deal with outside of YouTube. And this is where I was confused, because I was just like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Like, I felt like my life was at a standstill. And it was, and I just kept praying about it, and I was just like, God, please show me what you want me to do, because I am just as confused as I don't know what right now. So literally, I was in a relationship, and it was so funny. I was getting ready to get back into YouTube. I had moved to my spot. I had did a house tour and all for my spot, and I uploaded it. And I was just like, you know what, like the thrill that I had from uploading that one video was just crazy. Like, I was just like, wow, like it don't even look like I put any concealer on my face, but I was just like, wow, like I really miss doing this. So when I moved, I told myself, okay, so let's just do it. Got distracted again, and I was just like, oh Lord, Shant'e, like you're never gonna be like you want to be if you just keep taking these mini breaks. Like, you gotta get it together, babe. So long story short, my partner ended up buying me a camera, the camera I'm recording off of now. And I was like, okay. And as soon as he bought before he bought the camera, we had a talk, and he was just like, Shant'e, I'm so disappointed in you. And I'm looking at him like, boy, what are you talking about? So he was like, I'm so disappointed in you. And I'm like, why? He was like, I can see you go so far in this YouTube industry, but you keep playing. And I'm just like, I'm not playing. Like, it's so much. And this was what I was telling y'all in the beginning, where my mindset was, I felt like I had to have certain stuff in order to be on this platform. And he was like, you don't need that stuff. Like, you're great without it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can record literally off your phone. You got the great quality phone. You can do XYZ. Like, get to it. So me thinking, you know, he just talking. I'm just like, bro, I need a certain camera. Da, 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 da. So he like, okay. He was like, so if you get the camera, you gonna get on it. So I'm like, yeah, if I get the camera, we lit. Literally weeks later, got the camera. And I sat back and I'm like, oh God, you serious? So I'm like, okay, cool. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. So fast forward, I still was questioning where I was supposed to be. This is where I come in and tell y'all, God don't mind how many times y'all ask him, he's gonna still confirm what you ask. So I'm like, God, I still don't know if this is it. Like, I kept uploading stuff, but I was deleting stuff because I felt like I was not getting the justice of where I should be. Like, a lot of people tell me that now. They be like, Shant'e, I feel like social media don't give you your flowers. And I got to the point where I watched a sermon from Mike Todd. Like, I just love him. And it was Cuff to Comments, and it was just cuffing season, and I had to watch Cuff to the Comments because I was literally cuffed to a lot of stuff. Like, I was worrying about the likes, I was worrying about the views, I was worrying about who was gonna see it, who wasn't gonna see it. And his story inspired me because he started off with relationship goals, and he was talking about how, you know, he did it but nobody looked at it. And it wasn't about the applaud when he did it, it was just about the obedience of God telling him, go do it. You know what I'm saying? Literally, I think he said December the 6th or the 7th, he stopped doing something, but he had did relationship goals a minute ago. And literally December, I want to say he said the 23rd is when somebody on Twitter ended up sharing the snippet of relationship goals. He said he had like 1,800 subscribers on YouTube. He said literally in less than 30 days, and like every week after the 23rd, it was like thousands and thousands of subscribers. And it was just like, basically being obedient to what God had told you to do. It'll happen when it's meant to happen. So in my situation, God was just telling me, like, you know your purpose if you go take inventory. And for a long time, I didn't understand what he was talking about. So he was like, go take inventory. What do you have? Everything. What do you have all of? Like, what whole puzzle can you put together of stuff that you have right now? And at that point, it was YouTube, the ring light, the camera. I was stressing about my iPad. My brother went and brought my iPad because I felt like my storage wasn't good enough for my camera. I used to upload from my camera to my phone, and the storage, you know how you y'all know how Apple do, you know, all paying for storage and stuff. I was just like, bro, I don't have enough storage. I need an iPad. My brother was like, how much is it? Paid for. It was done. So I had the ring light, the iPad, the camera. I didn't even have to pay for my first SD card. My homeboy gave me an SD card. So it was just like confirmation. So God was just like, there you go. Get on camera, do what I told you to do, and watch what happened. Like, he just literally was telling me, show up so I could show out. So that's just how I found out YouTube was for me. Like, it wasn't me just waking up, oh, I think I want to try YouTube. I was always passionate about YouTube. I just didn't know for a long time, like, if that's what God wanted me to do. Like, I was so stuck because I was like, God, how am I gonna be a Christian and a YouTuber at the same time? So God was like, Shant'e, I'm never gonna change your personality while you're doing your purpose. Like, my personality is real and me serving God is real, you know what I'm saying? So he's gonna get the glory in both, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not afraid to talk about God. I don't know about you, but me. So yeah, I feel like a lot of people, that's another thing, like, I feel like a lot of people in our generation are scared to talk about God, and I really don't understand why. Like, I think, you know what I think it is? I think people put this whole, hallelujah, thank you Jesus, like, I gotta pass out, I gotta run up and down the aisles onto church. And it kind of scares you for a minute, because it's just like, if I'm not falling out or running up and down the aisles, it doesn't mean God not doing something for me. Those people who doing it, it's not that we're, you know what I'm saying? They going through something, you know what I'm saying? And it's not that I'm not going through something. Maybe I will get to that level, but like, this is how I do what I do. Like, this is, you don't have to be those people. Like, my mama, I grew up watching my mama and them shout their wigs off. Okay, baby? I'm talking about shouting them things off like 360 round the church, doing 7,692 laps for Jesus. You know what I'm saying? But that's their personal relationship with God. Like, that's what people have to understand. You have to grow a personal relationship with God. Like, and that's what I always tell people. It's personal. It's a personal thing. Like, I had somebody come down in my comments and they was just like, did you call God OG? That's disrespectful. The first thing I said was, did you just pass judgment? That's in the Bible. Don't play at me. Like, it's all about your preference. God is not disrespectful when you have a personal relationship with your father. That's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't come up in somebody's comments and tell them how they talk to God. That's a personal thing, you know what I'm saying? As long as it's not disrespectful. How is that disrespectful? Because I call him the OG because he is hey honcho, and that's just on period. So yeah, I had shut that comment down real fast, and she was like, oh, that's true, that is judging. Okay then, baby, we ain't got nothing to chat it up about, because yeah, conversation over. That's another thing. You won't see me in my comments going back and forth about religion. My grandma taught me that all the time. You know what you know. Like, you know what you know, they know what they know. Never argue about what you know. Because if you're arguing, that means you're questioning your religion. I'm not arguing because I stand firm on who I believe in, what I believe in, and what I got going down. Period. And that's just that on that. I don't ever force nobody to change their religion or force nobody to do anything. Because God is not like that. He doesn't force us to have a relationship with people. So I feel like I'm not going to force nobody to do anything either. Period. So that's how I found out that YouTube was for me. Oh God. So yeah, let's go to the next topic. The next topic was, how are you so confident? I'm gonna be completely honest. If y'all seen my pictures back in the day when I was a kid, oh Lord, I was not always a confident person. Like, who I'm showing up as today, I wasn't back then. It literally took a long time, because I really cared about how people see me, like how I showed up. And I'm not talking about physical, well, of course a physical appearance. Like, I don't want to walk around looking retarded or looking, you know what I'm saying? But it was more so about me caring about, I gotta come like this, I gotta come like that, I gotta do this like this, I gotta do that like that. Like, backstory, I wasn't bullied like as a child, but I was always picked on because I was always quiet. Like, I avoid confrontation all the time. A lot of people in my high school realized, like, okay, she ain't scary, but she not finna just go start nothing on purpose. Like, I fought in school. So once I did that, I think that set a limitation. Like, okay, we can't bother her no more because we know she gonna fight. So like, because I feel like people in high school really just nitpick just to see if you gonna stick up for yourself, and that's really what a lot of people was just trying to figure out. Is Shant'e gonna ever stick up for herself? Is she just gonna really just walk away from everything? Like, I walked away from everything because I just find it pointless. Like, it just used to be so dumb. Like, who am I? I don't have to prove to y'all that you feel me? But sometimes you do gotta lose your mind one good time for people to understand what's going on. You feel me? But once I did that, that was it. But anyway, I was the kid, like, I ain't gonna cap. I think it wasn't even they were bullying. I think they were just trying to be me, period. No, I'm just kidding. But they used to talk about, like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know. They used to talk about all types of stuff. Like, they just used to talk about me. And I think it was just because I was never cool with females. I was always cool with males. So it wasn't even they had anything to talk about. They just made up stuff because I was the homie in high school. Like every dude I was cool with. Like, I didn't date them. We were literally cool. But that's because females always want to start drama. I'm not into that. You know what I'm saying? You could chill with the guys and we just have a conversation and call it a day. Like, I was in some of their group chats. So if y'all think I don't know what y'all been doing, I got the tea. I got the tea. But so it just made females, you know, view me as a threat. But some of those females, I ain't gonna name no names, some of those females who used to try me back in the day, like, oh, her hair ugly, or her hair this, or I don't like her hair, or I don't like the way she dressed. Y'all, they be in my DM. Shant'e, you could do my hair. Do you do makeup? Do you do this? Back then they didn't. No, I'm just but it just, like, honestly, confidence came over time. Like, when you really just get into yourself, like, stop comparing yourself to other people. That's just the number one. Like, stop comparing yourself to other people, other situations, because everybody is different. Like, you're different, I'm different. Like, I don't do my makeup like everybody else. My makeup doesn't come out like everybody else. My style isn't like everybody else. I can get some inspiration from other people, but I'm never going to completely copy, paste, put it on. I'm not doing that. I see it, add my twist to it. You might see a sprinkle of what you seen, like in this inspo picture, but 10 times out of 10, that's all Shant'e. But it took me a while because I don't want to call it bullying, but I guess that's what you'll call it. I was just judged a lot as a child. Like, I felt like because I wasn't out in the streets late at night, I wasn't cool. I wasn't talking to this dude, that dude. I wasn't having sex at a young age. I wasn't doing none of that. So I felt like I was the isolated kid. Everybody felt like she ain't up to date. She ain't doing this. She ain't doing that. So I just felt like, dang, like, I'm really boring. Like, I'm really lame. And it was okay that I was a lame because I ended up being the lame on top. Like, a lot of people who was up here in high school is down here now. So it's so crazy. Like, don't be afraid to be you. Be different. Yeah, I go back to the bread. They ain't scared. Period. Like, they not scared to put their bread on the shelf because they know who they are. They know what they bring. They know what their quality is. They know, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't be afraid to stamp who you are. Like, somebody gonna love you, baby. Because I love me. And I know people that love me too. We ain't gonna name no names. Yeah, we ain't gonna name no names. But no, seriously, I know people that love me for who I am. Like, and you also got to surround yourself around people that genuinely love who you are, not trying to change you. Because I was surrounded around people, and that's going to lead into friends, because friendship is definitely something on my list that I want to talk about. But I was surrounded around people who used to, oh, I think you should do this, or I think you should do that. And it wasn't for me, it was for them. So I stopped hanging around them because I already felt like, oh no, you trying to change me for you. Like, you think I'm gonna be your little mini, and that's not what's going on. I don't answer to you, sweetie. I'm gonna be who I am. Like, and that's why I stopped surrounding myself around those type of people. Like, this isn't Shant'e. Like, even the people who like were going to see boys and going to do this, that's not me. I was scared. Like, backstory. When I was young, oh, if you went to Schumann Elementary School, y'all knew Shant'e was scared of boys. As soon as a guy used to be like, excuse me, y'all, swear to y'all, because I ain't gonna swear to God, I swear to y'all, y'all call my best friend. I wish my best friend was up. What time is it? I ain't gonna call her for that. But literally, I ran physically ran from boys. Like, they used to come talk to me. Now listen, don't be no fool. Back then they did. Well, back then they did want me, so I don't know what to tell y'all. Back then I was, yeah. If I can insert a picture, I ain't gonna embarrass myself like that. But if y'all would see me back then and how I was pulling back then and how I'm pulling now, like, it never changed. It just got real crucial now. But yeah, guys used to want me. But I used to be scared, baby. I was terrified. Like, but I wasn't into it. Like, I wasn't, yeah. Back then I was young, so I thought if I just kissed a nigga, my mama was gonna put me out. So I was scared. I wasn't into that. So I didn't hang around people who surrounded themselves around guys. I wasn't into it. I didn't really get into guys for real until I got to high school. I just didn't care for it. And I wasn't afraid to say that. Like, people knew that about me. Like, okay, and half those girls, and this is just me being transparent, half those girls who did care about it, child, we ain't gonna talk about it. Next. Anyway. But yeah, I just didn't surround myself around those people. Like, I felt like they were trying to force me to do things that I didn't want to do, or they tried to grow me up. Because I felt like my second middle school that I went to, it really grew me. It grew me. Honestly, me and my best friend up. Like, we were literally still playing with baby dolls when we were in, like, middle school. And I'm not afraid to say that, baby. I didn't jump off the porch for real back then. Like, I was okay with that. So, honestly, growing confidence is really about you being okay with who you are. Like, you don't have to change who you are for nobody, like, at all. Be who you are and be unapologetic. Like, I'm not sorry that this is who I am. Like, if you can't accept me, then don't be around me. I tell my niece all the time, like, don't change you. Just surround yourself around people that judge you. Like, she had a friend, sorry, I'm putting my niece's business out, but she not cool with the girl no more. But they was just like, oh, you're too silly, or you're too this, or you're too that. So I told her, you need to get out of that crew. Like, that's not the crew for you. Like, they can't accept your silliness. Like, you too, you don't need to be around those people. Like, I'm not gonna change my personality because you can't take me. Like, that ain't got nothing to do with me that you can't handle me. So be you. And that's my advice. Be you and stop trying to fit into a crowd, because you're gonna get bored pretending to be somebody you're not. So that's my advice for anybody with the confidence. Like, my confidence wasn't always up here. It really wasn't. But when I started being okay and I started loving who I was, oh, baby, couldn't nobody tell me nothing. Everybody always, oh, Shant'e so extra. She's so extra. She do the most. She She always got to wear heels when that's me, baby. That's me. Nah, we finna get into the subject of friends, because this was actually the next question. I'm gonna get in trouble for that coat, but baby, I don't even care. How do you deal with fake friends? Right? Yeah. How do you deal with fake friends? Honestly, you can really weed out a fake friend. Like, and this is where I was talking about with the confidence, like how my friends used to be like, oh, okay, so boom. Because now I gotta get into it. I gotta get into this subject. So we used to run. Like, we used to run in a pack. Like, if you knew my crew back then, well, I ain't gonna say my crew, because we were all individuals. But we used to run click tight. Like, it used to be, yeah, we walk into parties deep. So it got to the point where it was a lot of jealousy in the clique. Like, a lot of jealousy, a lot of sideways conversation, it was just a lot. It was a lot going on. Like, it was a lot. So I figured out that most of the girls I was hanging around was phony and fake when I would put on, like, my outfits. Like, one thing I love about me and my best friend has been best friends since 1st grade. No falling outs, no arguments, no nothing. One thing that I love about our friendship, we are two totally different people, but that's why we work. We aren't phony. Like, me and my best friend relationship is, like, so strong, and we're so honest with each other. Literally, like, it could be a cut on either one of us. We're gonna literally put lemon juice and a band-aid on top of that thing. It's gonna sting, but we know for the simple fact this is what you needed. And that's what I feel like a lot of friendships aren't structured on, being honest, and without the opposite person getting mad or getting jealous or thinking that, oh, you only saying that because you think you better than me. No, we literally, oh y'all, oh y'all, oh I'm so glad. Who asked this question? I'm so glad they asked this question. So anyway, because I get real passionate about this subject. So I get dressed up. If you know me, to know me is to know I like to dress up. Like, I've always been the type, I used to model, and I always been the type to literally dress up, like heels, dress up. You know what I mean when I say dress up. So they would literally be like, oh y'all, let's call Shant'e first. They would literally go in the group chat, Shant'e, what you wearing? Because you know every time you go out you gotta do XYZ. So I got to the point, at first I was just laughing because I'm just like, like ain't no it's shade. So I'm like, y'all don't have to dress based off of me. Like, I'm gonna dress how I feel. Like, Shant'e's gonna dress how she feels, regardless of what's going on. I'm gonna be real G with you. I could put on a Walmart outfit with some Route 21 boots and still pull every nigga out here, and that's just me being confident, sweetie, not cocky, because I did that, and that's a story time coming up for you guys, period. But that's just me. Like, you got to be confident in who you are. That just goes back into confidence. You got to be confident in who you are, you know what I'm saying? So after a while, I got in the group chat and I started going off. I'm like, y'all don't have to worry about what I put on. Like, where would y'all feel? Where, nah, because you wear heels and, you know, you make all the guys da-da-da-da-da. We don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I guess they felt like I put on heels and it made them shrink. Let me tell y'all something about my best friend. Shant'e can have on 12-inch pumps. Naya can have on sneakers. We gonna do what need to be done. I can guarantee you, I can have on 12-inch pumps. My best friend had pulled 12 niggas before I even got out the car. You see what I'm saying? She's confident in herself. She don't have to call me and be like, best friend, what you putting on? She don't do that. We show up how we show up. It got so bad, and this is how I knew that they was phony, or they was jealous, or they was judging, or they weren't confident in themselves. And when you have other people that's not confident in themselves, they start making slick judgments and passes and shade, all types of stuff. Like, we started, like, the group started getting real small real fast, and then it went from to 2 people, me and Naya. Like, that was just it, because the group was just judgmental. Like, whoo. So what happened one day? We just went off. Like, it was just, we used to go get dressed up, and the girls used to literally come see us. Like, we were picking them all up, or we would ride with them. Oh, let me go back in the house and change, because y'all making me feel like, and we be like, bro, we just put on clothes. Like, we legitly just put on clothes. Wear how you feel. Like, if you felt like sneakers, then you felt like sneakers. You know what I'm saying? Like, wear what you feel like. I used to hate that. Like, it was to the point where it was just like, yeah, now y'all tripping. Like, y'all doing too much. Like, I literally went to a party one time, and the girl was like, oh, I need to go home, because why you put on your makeup and da-da-da? This is me. This is Shant'e. To know Shant'e is to know Shant'e finna show up. Like, regardless. Like, we could literally be going to a pajama party. This happened. Oh, I should have put on my makeup. I should have. What? Why? Why do you feel? Why when I walk in the room, everybody want to go back home? Like, come on, bro. Like, I hate being in situations like that. I want people to really show up and be like, oh, I don't care if she got makeup on, because I know who I am. So, And you can also tell phony friends. Let me tell y'all one quote that'll get you. Open a business, start a business. You'll realize who your friends is. And that, if you got a business, then that means you know. If you know, you know. Open a business and you'll see how many people support you. Start a YouTube channel, you'll see how many people subscribe. You'll see who got their post notifications on. You'll see who posts videos consistently of you. Like, you'll see who stay updated. You'll see all of that. Dead serious. My biggest supporters are people that I don't know. My biggest supporters are people that came from YouTube. Y'all who be in my comments, who be giving me the encouragement and stuff, y'all don't know me. I got friends that I done had for years who don't comment on videos, don't thumbs videos up, don't share videos. But I can guarantee you, I hit 1K, I hit 100 mil. Oh, they're gonna be the first ones in the comment. Yeah, I grew up with her. You did. And like, and then that's just where it gets. Then they want to say, oh, now you think you too big. No, because where was you when I needed the support? Where was you when I actually... Subscribing to my channel costs you nothing. Leaving a comment costs you nothing. But a little time for a friend. A friend. That's what be so crazy to me. Like, me and my best friend had somebody tell us, oh, because you and Shant'e think y'all too good for everybody else. No, we don't. We don't think that. But we're very confident in who we are. Like, we know what we bring to the table. And that's just that on that. Like, it's never been that way. And after that, chill. I still love y'all, but y'all, you ain't no friend of mine. If a friend is feel that way about me, then you don't know me. Yeah, I'm not your friend because you feel that way about me. I don't feel that way. I don't feel like I'm better than nobody. I feel like I'm just in love with myself. I think you're just mad because I love myself. That's what that is. But I'm never cocky. I never think I'm bigger than nobody. I would never think that. Ever. I don't care how big I get, because at the end of the day, God gave and he can take away. So I'm going to always be humble about what I do, where I go, who I talk to and everything. I'm not that type of person, like, because I once was where people be at, like once where, like, I wasn't always here. So why would I? You know what I'm saying? Like, fake friends are real, and I just wish a lot of people would get rid of them. And it's crazy because I can literally weed out. If you send me a picture, and that's a gift that I have. You can send me a picture of a group of friends. I can tell you which friend's gonna fall out in literally less than a year, and what's the reason of the falling out without anybody even telling me. I just always know. And people always come back and be telling me that. They be like, girl, you literally said this person was gonna do da-da-da. I don't know. I just have a sense for fakeness. Like, I got a PhD in fake. Like, I can tell you who fake, and I can tell you who's real. Like, I can literally tell you that. Like, literally, it's something that me and my best friend can do. And I think that's what it is. Like, we're able to discern a lot of things, and I think that's what people think. They think they can put a wolf over our eyes, and I really think that's where it gets to. Like, people be thinking y'all dumb for real. People used to think we was so dumb. Like, I done had so many story times of people just being fake. Like, just fake in general. Like, fake love. They mess with me. Like, I done had a girl come back, and this is how I knew somebody wasn't a friend of mine. Because let me tell y'all, if I go to a situation, if I'm somewhere and somebody talking about you, I would never know what they would have said, because the conversation is not going to continue if I'm in the room. It's either going to end in shut up, or it's going to end in a fight. I'm not finna sit there and I just wanted to hear what they was gonna say. No, because now at this point you're entertaining it. I had a friend come back to me and tell me everything somebody said about me in the room, and she got mad at me because I got mad at her. I said, so you think that was being a friend? And she was like, girl, I literally sat in there and defend you. How? When you allowed the conversation to continue. I personally feel like I don't want to hear the, oh, I was making sure they ain't say. No, you're allowing people to sit there and badmouth me, because now that makes me think, what did you say? What did you entertain? How could you literally sit in a room full of people talking about your friend? That's no me, baby. Like, fake friends are real. Like, how to spot a fake friend, baby? You can smell them. If you questioning their friendship, they ain't a friend. And that's just on period. Like, that's just on period. They're not a friend. And everything I'm talking about, this is just my preference. Like, you don't have to agree with what I'm talking about, but this is just from my experience with people. Like, I've had a lot of fake friends. I've had a lot of fake love. I've had a lot of, oh, I support and I don't. Like, I don't know about friendship. Like, friendship is a touchy topic. I am open to new friends. Like, I'm open to new friends, but also know that I'm not dumb neither. Like, I'm not gullible. You can't get nothing over me. Like, I'm gonna peep everything. So if you're ever trying, it won't succeed. It never succeeds. That even goes in relationships. I found out everything in my relationship. Like, y'all think these story times, I went and searched for that. It popped up at my door without me even asking. Like, I don't have to search for nothing. It's gonna always come back to me. You know what I'm saying? Was that Drake that said one thing about something? Oh, one thing about talking behind my back, it always get back to me. Like, and that's just a fact. Like, that's a fact. So yeah, you'll know a fake friend. Like, if you're feeling like they're fake, or if you feeling like something they did, it don't sit right with you, then, you know what I'm saying, reevaluate that person. Because if that's not how you would act, if that's not what you'll do, then that's not somewhere you need to be. So that's just on period. But I really felt really good. I had already pre-straightened my hair. I just had to bump, the sides again. But y'all know, I gotta do my lip combo. I'm tripping. But I really had fun talking to y'all. Like, this felt really good. Like, I felt like I released a lot of stuff for some reason. Like, these were some topics that, and I could be completely honest, I'm finna tell y'all a secret. it's not that I'm afraid to talk about God. I just was nervous to bring it to this platform because I didn't know what was going to be like said. And for a long time, I've been trying to do it, and I just felt stuck. Like, I don't know why, I just felt stuck. I didn't feel like I'm embarrassed, but I was just nervous. And today, I literally just got up. I seen the topic about it. I could have went, you know, mentally telling y'all how I found my purpose in this, that, and the third, but I would have felt like that was being phony. Like, what I just was saying on about some of the YouTubers that are on here, like, it just, yeah, like, God did this, like, and that's just on period. But that was a secret. Sorry, y'all, I just was talking and trying to put my combo on. But that was a secret. I was really nervous about how I would do talking about it, but it just flowed naturally. Like, I'm proud of myself, honestly. This is a milestone. And you also got to know, because I'm finna get ready to go, so I'm gonna just wrap this up. But you also got to know, like, reward yourself when you do something. Like, I'm literally finna go and have a great time today because I'm proud of myself. I was able to literally get 3 videos out with no interruptions, no excuses, no nothing. Like, and that's gonna be another story time because another chit chat because I'm finna get out of here. But we're gonna talk about how to be consistent, like consistency, discipline, all of that. We're gonna talk about that because I've gotten a comment consistently about how to start YouTube and how to do this. And a lot of people start when they're up. I want to start when I'm down here, so you guys we can grow together. As I'm telling y'all what to do, I'm going to be doing it, so you guys can not only see that what I'm saying is the truth, you guys can see what's going on. Like, you guys can actually grow with me as I'm telling y'all, so we can really do these steps together. Because everybody that comes in my comments that has a YouTube channel, I go and I subscribe to them. Like, and I'm going to consistently keep doing that because I know how it feels to be want to grow, like grow. So if you do have a channel, comment down below so I can go and subscribe to your channel. Like, that's just who I am. Because Steve Harvey inspired me too, because he said his mom, that's somebody that I just love. I love Steve Harvey, but I want to be on his show so bad, y'all. That's a goal. Like, I really want to be on Steve Harvey's show one day. But his mom told him, you know, you are going to be amazing one day. Like, you're going to be on top of the hill. But you have to make sure when you get to the top of the hill that you turn around and you help people get to where you're at. And that's where I feel like that's who I am. Like, I'm never going to get to the point where I'm not going to put people on because I feel like my position is at threat. My position ain't never gonna be at threat because at the end of the day, I know who I am. I know what I bring to the table. I do what I do so well that I have a signature. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I want people to understand about themselves. Like, a lot of people don't put people on because they feel like as soon as I put this person on, then people gonna forget about me. And people ain't gonna never forget about me because I'm me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not scared to put somebody on and they make it before me. I'm happy because I know when it's going down around me, like if it's my neighbor, that means God in my neighborhood, so that means I'm next. Even if I'm not next in that moment, I just know God got something for me as well. So you have to learn to applaud for other people. Like, a lot of people have that issue applauding for other people, but that's a whole nother subject. Like, I'm really mad that this video is gonna be too long, so I'm gonna do another chit chat with y'all. It's gonna get lit, but just, you know, be confident in yourself. Stay away from people that, you know, throw shade about your confidence. Like, if you're confident and you know that it's not cocky and they're, you know, throwing slick shots in this, that, and third, cutting them off. Because you got to surround yourself around who you are. Like, let me word this right. I'm kind, I'm genuine, I'm sweet. I'll do anything for anybody. I'm going to surround myself around those people. I'm not going to surround myself around selfish, immature people. That's not who I am. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, I'm gonna be real, a lot of people don't believe in this, but I do. You are who you hang around. You might not be that person in that moment, but if you keep hanging around that person, you're gonna get some of their characteristics. You know what I'm saying? Some of their traits, some of their habits. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you know who you're hanging around. And also, if you believe in God, I pray you do. Take it to God about your purpose, because he's the only one that's going to be able to reveal it. Ask him for confirmation. Seek him daily. Because a lot of people just feel like you just pray and that be it. No, you have to seek God. You know what I'm saying? So Just do that, and I'm telling you, you're gonna be able to find out who you are and everything's just gonna fall in place. I know, I believe in you. If nobody else have told you, I'm proud of you. Taking the first step is very hard, so that was just the main thing, which is finding your purpose. But I love you guys, and I thank you guys for sitting here listening to me talk about everything, because I just love talking to y'all. But I love you guys. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you turn your post notifications on so your phone can beep, buzz, vibrate, and do whatever it does when you're gonna post another video. And I just love you guys.